This is not a story about why the rich collect art. This is a story about why people fall in love with certain objects, why they insist on owning them, and why, when they look at a painting, they are often looking at themselves. More than money, investment strategies, or art history, this is a story about desire, obsession, ego, and a quiet inner emptiness. It's close to midnight. City lights seep through the window, but the room remains dark. The lamps are off. Only a soft spotlight illuminates the painting hanging on the wall. In the centre of the room stands a single person, not speaking, not moving, as if they are not looking at the painting, but listening to it. Everyone has seen this painting, in exhibitions, in books, on screens. But now, only this person can truly see it, because the painting belongs to them. The story of art collecting is usually told incorrectly. Money, prestige, investment, these are the visible layers. But no one talks about the person standing alone at night, staring at a painting with no audience. That's where the real story lives. The human mind likes to own things, but not everything. Everyone wants a house, everyone wants a car, but not everyone wants to want a painting. Because wanting a work of art is not a basic need, it's something deeper. It's discomfort with something being available to everyone. It's the inability to accept that an object can be seen by many, but belong to no one. For some people, what everyone can see feels incomplete. To feel whole, it must belong to someone. This is where art collecting truly begins. You look at a painting, just like you've looked at hundreds before, but this time something is different. Is it the colours? No. The technique? No. The history? No. Something happens. You can't explain it. It feels as if the painting has formed a sentence on your behalf. It has said what you couldn't. It has exposed a part of you that you never shared with anyone. In that moment, the artwork stops being just art. It becomes a mirror. People don't fall in love with art. They fall in love with what they recognize within themselves. And from that moment on, the story changes. There is no longer admiration. There is only one thought. This has to be mine. No one realizes they've fallen in love with an artwork immediately. First come the excuses. I'll look at it again. I'll examine it more closely. I'll decide later. But the decision has already been made. The mind just needs time to catch up. The artwork is followed. Where it's shown, who looks at it, who shows interest, all of it is observed. When someone else stands in front of it for too long, a quiet discomfort appears, like someone getting too close to something that isn't yours yet. At this point, art becomes a silent competition, one that is never openly discussed, but deeply felt. Auctions appear loud, crowded and exciting. In reality, they are deeply internal spaces. Heartbeats accelerate, breathing shortens. As the numbers rise, logic fades. Because at that moment you're not spending money, you're trying not to lose. And losing doesn't just mean losing an artwork. It means losing the bond you created, the dream you built, the belief that I can have this. That's why some people don't celebrate when they win. They simply feel relief. Because the real fear was never losing the money. It was imagining that artwork on someone else's wall. From the outside, people seem to admire art, but admiration is often passive. You look, you like it, you move on. For collectors, that's never enough. They don't want to admire, they want to connect. Living with an artwork, seeing it every day, passing by it in the morning, adjusting the light for it at night. This isn't aesthetic pleasure, it's ritual. It's a relationship, and every relationship includes ownership. No one looks in the mirror and says, "I want power," but everyone recognizes the feeling of deciding the fate of something. When you buy an artwork, you also buy its future. Who will see it? Who won't? When it will appear? When it will disappear? A quiet zone of control forms. This power doesn't shout, it doesn't show off, but it's deeply satisfying, because this power doesn't operate over people, it operates over stories. Over time, something changes. That painting, sculpture, or drawing stops being just art. It attaches itself to a moment, a period, a feeling, a turning point in life, a success, a loneliness. They all cling to that artwork. Years later, when someone looks at it, they're not looking at art anymore. They're looking at their past. That's why some people can never sell their collections, because what they'd be selling isn't paint or canvas, it's a part of themselves. Because giving up isn't just giving up an artwork. Giving up means abandoning the sentence, "I wanted this." It means accepting that a desire remained unfinished. For some people, that is unbearable. They must chase what they want, no matter the outcome. Because this has nothing to do with money. It's about proving to themselves who they are. Years pass. The person stands in the same room, the same dim light, the same silence. But something is different now. The painting is still there, but they no longer look at it, because the painting no longer speaks for them. They have outgrown it. A new emptiness has formed, and the human mind cannot tolerate emptiness. Some people don't collect art. Some people collect their emptiness. And the story doesn't end there. It simply begins again, in front of another artwork. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like it, and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.